And look what I see down here. Hey everyone, on my way down to the North Canterbury beach. If you remember last time, there was a piece of whalebone that I didn't bring back. It was too heavy. So today, I've got my little homemade wagon here. It's 2 hand carts that I welded together and put a handle on. That works well enough. Let's go find that piece of whalebone. Hopefully there's not just vertebrae in there, maybe there's a piece of the skull. Let's go have a look. It's a nice looking crab there. Bit of damage to the pincers, but that will prep out really well, I think. I think that's a very thin layer of concretion on there. Let's have a closer look. Yeah, there's the top of the carapace sticking out, the claws. This will be a nice one for me to practice on. An interesting one for you guys. What do you make of this? Is it just a mold of a worm tunnel or something, or is it a piece of bone? It's definitely been pyritized. It's super heavy. But yeah, it's a weird one. I can see a little bit of detail on here. Still just wandering through these rock pools. I don't normally come look at the rock pools, just because everything's got barnacles growing on them, which makes it really difficult to see anything. But what I'm doing is I'm working towards the cliff where I found the shark tooth in the previous video. The large, what I think is probably a mako or a great white type shark tooth. I think it's quite young. It's probably younger than Miocene. Well, on the younger part of Miocene era. Okay, I'm almost back at the cliff where I need to carry that rock up. I just saw this nice tusk shell. It's in one piece, I might keep it. It's a big one. Yeah, that's a cool one. I don't think I've got one this big. Really need to keep some kind of glue or something with me, so I can just encase them for the travel back. So I found a few pieces of whatever this is. It's very light. It's got some weird formations in there. Yeah, I just found this on the beach. It's a bit of an interesting one. This is it's not a concretion, it looks like a conglomerate. Well, it's different at least, but there's a piece of bone sticking out of it. I'll hang on to that. Very weird. See, there's some shell there. All sorts going on here. It's a bit worrying. There looks to be a crack going through, right through the middle of it. Managed to find the piece of whalebone again. Just to give you a reminder, there's one bit sticking out that side. And there's the other side. So big pieces of whalebone in there. What's interesting to me is that there are parts, little bits of bone at the top still, all over the place, as well as a lot of shells. So, let's get to the wagon. The wagon is over there where that pole is in the middle of the screen. So the first part, unfortunately, I have to carry. The wagon can't come up and down there. Oh man. Okay, I'm almost at the top. The end's in sight. Probably 3/4 of the way up. Man, that's tiring. This last bit is a killer. Hey guys, so I made it up that hill with this 44-kilogram beast. That's 100-pound concretion, which I'm hoping has got some cool whale bones in it. It took me about an hour and a half, that last 2 kilometers, and it was a pain. But it was worth it. It's back here. I'm happy I got it. Well, let's go through what I found today. Let's take a closer look at it. Start with this strange one. Now, the reason why this is quite puzzling is because this isn't a concretion. So this is a concretion. You can see it's almost like a cement, whereas this is more, I want to say, conglomerate. There's shell material and all sorts stuck in there, which I think is a different age to the concretion. And there's a bone in there. Yeah, so I'm going to ask a few people about this, but I'm really not sure what age this rock is. It also looks like it's been in a fire, but that might just be natural. I really like this crab actually. There's a slight bit of damage to the claws, but not bad. There's still a layer of shell left over there and there. It's just missing the outer layer. So I think it's going to prep out quite well. And then this mystery find. So I've found a few of these before. Normally smaller, but this is definitely looking like iron pyrite or some kind, and I'm wondering if it's from a wormhole mold or whether it's actually something organic that has become fossilized and then gone through a different process. If anyone has any idea, please let me know. Love to know what these things are. And here's the reason I went down to the beach. There's big cluster of what I suspect is whale bones. The more I look at it, the weirder it gets. If you look closely over here, it looks like shells, a whole bunch of shells, but then you look, that's a piece of bone, that's a piece of bone, bone. There's little bits of bone all through the concretion at the top here. So I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure if those are shell fragments or just something weird with the bone. Now it's a little bit difficult, I think, to picture where the bones are in this concretion, the large pieces that I can see. So I'm just going to write on it with chalk. So there's a big piece over here on the side. There's a big piece going in there. The largest piece is sitting over there. And another large piece is over here going through to that side. I'm suspecting there'll be more bone going straight through that diagonal over there, and perhaps more going in over here. Here's the largest piece of bone sticking out. It's 4 inches wide, 10 centimeters, and 15 centimeters high, 6 inches high. And I'm not sure what it could be. Perhaps the jawbone going into the concretion over here. Here's the other side view. As you can see, there's a whole bunch going on here. Bones of various sizes going in. I mean, there's bone coming all the way down. And then some more over here. So that's 2 sides. Let me flip it over to the other side. You can see there's little bits of red from the paint from my wagon. That'll just rub off. It's quite an interesting shape on this. Almost crescent shaped. So that was today's quick hunt. It was actually just to go down and fetch this big whalebone or whalebone cluster, and I managed to find one really nice crab, one mystery object, a bit of a damaged one, and another mystery object. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. See you guys on the next hunt. I almost forgot. Let's see if that tusk shell made it. Oh yeah. Big tusk shell made it. That's awesome. Look, I had my doubts.